Well, good afternoon. I'm Alex. This is Josh. We are the target audience. Content is made for absolutely everybody, but we think it's specifically made for us and hopefully for you guys as well. Today, we're on episode 25, but according to CBS/Paramount Plus, episode 26 of Star Trek: The Original Series. I guess, what was that episode called? The Cage? They're not recognizing it as episode 1 on the website here, which is odd. But today, we're watching The Devil in the Dark. Excited about that. But before we get started, I'd like to address that I'm going to rip down all these Star Wars posters and put it up all Star Trek posters, because Kenobi was... I was a little harsh on Kenobi. I want to say I really liked it. I like the duels. I just... I'm Team Trekkie now. I'm on your guys. You know, I'm more excited to watch this than I am any new show now. It's crazy, and this show is late 60s, and I'm like, I was so excited to watch this today. I'm like, because we haven't recorded for like a week or a little less than a week. I'm like, I was chomping at the bit to get this done. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm really excited as well. As far as Kenobi goes, I mean, I think it is kind of funny that no matter the program, so far on this channel, we've had a handful of things where we've given a negative, whether it's a reaction or a review, whatever the case is, and on each of those videos, we will get the most thumbs down or negative comments of any of the videos that we post. Sometimes we'll have positive reactions to something and get some negative comments, but I just think it's ironic that it's like, whether it's Star Wars, Star Trek, Marvel, The Matrix, like, it really doesn't matter if we put out that we just don't really like something that much. People get very angry.
People have called me a hater. I want to look at this poster right here and these posters over here. It's like, and I have Star Wars books on my floor. It's like, I was cheering throughout all of Book of Boba Fett when people were like, oh, this show sucks. I'm like, no, man, it's like, and I finally show a little bit like, well, maybe it's like, oh, you're a hater. It's like, come on. Next time I go to a restaurant that I don't like it, I'll become a cook, okay?
Moving on to Star Trek, last episode that we watched, This Side of Paradise, was one of my favorite episodes so far. I really enjoyed it. I would say it's at least top 2, might be my favorite for me thus far in the season, and so I'm really excited to watch these last few, as I know that a lot of these, including I think this one, but a lot of the last few here of the season are some people's favorite episodes of the series. So doing Devil in the Dark today, very excited for that, and we're just about 100 subscribers away, a little more than 100 from our subscriber goal of 2,000. Once we hit that, we're going to let you guys choose a film for us to react to, and that's any movie, not a Star Trek movie, any movie. Comment down below what you want us to react to. We've already gotten a ton of great comments. We're putting the list together. Once we hit 2,000, we're going to put that list as a poll for you guys to vote on and decide what movie we react to and put on the channel for that milestone.
Absolutely. And I think we will definitely do that in person, which changes up the dynamic a little bit. It's fun. So please, let us reach that goal. I want to deliver DoorDash to Josh's house once again.
Absolutely. So we're going to jump into it here. If it's your first time here, obviously, like I said, make sure to subscribe, get us to that 2,000 goal, and become part of the target audience.
A little more intense intro.
Sure we leave, Sam?
This has got to be the first cold open with outside characters. I mean, there's just like no one from the Enterprise here. It's just a bunch of random people.
Stay on your toes, Schmitter. Keep your phaser in your hand at all times.
How about all those other people before the monster got them?
Do they have gangster accents?
Is it true the Enterprise is on its way?
It's coming.
You could get here in the next 4 hours?
You'll be all right.
Good luck. Oh, didn't last long. They weren't even gone yet.
They were gone for like less than a minute.
Burn to a crisp.
That was like a pure horror opening.
It's gonna get dark.
I feel like if I had seen that as a kid, I would have been afraid.
And the best part is, they didn't even show us anything.
Mr. Spock, Dr. McCoy, and I,
The Big Three!
Always.
administrative head of Janus 6.
I mean, usually they throw a couple other people, but no, just the big 3 this time. Okay.
Sensors gave us an unusually rich per GM reading. Not only per GM, whatever you want. Uranium, cerium, platinum.
Vibranium.
About to say, per diem, the monster's being paid to be there for the weekend? What, $20 per day?
I don't know what this butchering monster is, but I know what it's doing.
This is my ant farm.
I'd like to examine the body.
We kept it for you. There isn't much left. Roberts will show you.
Do you think this was a routine stop for the Enterprise, or did it receive a distress call, like, hey, we need your help?
I think he said they received a distress call.
We'll need your complete cooperation.
You'll have it. Just find that creature, whatever it is. I've got a quota to meet.
Just worried about his quota.
Not about the men dying.
A chemical corrosion. Almost as if he'd been thrown into a vat of extremely corrosive acid.
Oh.
Ooh. They were doing the heartbeat from McCoy's medical day. Oh no, they got Ryan Gosling's dad. Oh!
That's very cinematic looking.
Back to your stations. Look at that.
Credit to them for using an echo effect.
Oh yeah, good point. Nice little detail. I wonder if that's a remaster detail.
PXK per GM reactor? No, sir. We don't.
Welcome back.
You find that monster and kill it.
The missing pump was not taken by accident. It was the one piece.
Weird cut.
What's that?
I knew that would come into play.
But what if life exists based on another element? Silicon.
Scotty, ride herd on it. Kind words, tender loving care. Kiss it, bathe it, flatter it if you have to, but keep it going.
I'll do what I can, sir.
That was pretty good.
To level, checking out every foot of opening.
Oh, we got a whole line of red shirts.
And remember this, 50 people have died. I want no more deaths.
50.
The creature may or may not attack on sight, however, you must.
Well, after 50 deaths, I would assume it would attack on sight.
I don't know any safe place, Captain. The way that thing comes and goes.
Well, gentlemen, you have your instructions. Let's get at it.
He just ignores him. He's like, all right, well, anyway. All right, we got a group of 3 here. Are they all gonna die?
A life form, Captain. 4 degrees.
One of our people.
No, sir. Silicon.
Spock's only interested in proving that he was correct. Dude, why are you just standing there? I'd be running.
Dude, every shot of that thing has been the same, where it just comes up at the last second. Dead.
You never even had a chance to fire, Captain.
Only been seconds since we heard him scream.
Oh, he had a chance to fire. He stood there and stared at it for like 3 seconds. Also, he was in a group of 3. It's like, why did he leave? Everyone that's died has been alone. Oh my god! Well, that is not what I expected.
I'm pretty sure I smoked somebody that looked like that in high school.
Did you see it, sir?
Yes, we saw it. Where does the tunnel go, Mr.
Look at this guy next to Kirk. I want that touch of gray. What a Chad. He's got the Chad haircut.
Yeah, with a nice stone jaw. Oh, a little piece of it fell off. Yeah, it's breathing.
If it is the only survivor of a dead race, to kill it would be a crime against science.
That's an interesting twist.
Our mission is to protect this colony, to get the Pergeum moving again. This is not a zoological expedition. I'm sorry, Mr. Spock, but I'm afraid the creature must die.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that people pointed out like the reason like Kirk was able to break through the trance of the spores last week is because of his love of his crew and ship and all that. And similar with an earlier episode, I'm like, okay, that makes a little more sense than him just, breaking through.
In an effort to surround it, possibly capture it.
Your orders are shoot to kill. Protect yourself.
Oh, we got a little disagreement going on.
Scotty here, Captain. My brilliant improvisation just gave up the ghost. It couldn't stand the strain.
Did Scotty just put himself over?
His brilliant improvisation.
The reactor will go supercritical in about 10 hours, sir. You have that long to find the mechanism.
We'll do our best.
Where's McCoy at?
Yeah, he's been gone for a while. Maybe that's all they needed him for, so they sent him back up. They're like, okay, well, we know the medical side now. You can go back to the ship. I'm willing to bet they went over budget on this episode.
I'm about to say, they built this entire tunnel here. This is pretty impressive.
Explain.
Only a theory I have.
Oh, shit.
Captain. Jim.
Seem to have had a cave-in.
Oh, he didn't even see the monster?
Dude, what if those are eggs?
Okay. Oh, my God.
I understand why they froze. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, now I get it. It's just pure disbelief.
I'm just picturing some guy wearing this rubber suit just laying on the ground.
Yeah.
All right, start crawling forward. All right, stop. All right, back up. All right, good.
Okay, so it's obviously, like, sentient. It can tell, like, a phaser's being pointed at it.
You don't dare take the chance, Captain. Kill it.
I thought you were the one that wanted kept alive.
Yeah.
Jim, your life is in danger. You can't take the risk.
It's like they've switched sides now. Where Spock's saying to kill it and Kirk doesn't want to.
Now, Kirk sees something in it, but now Spock's like, oh, screw it, kill it. Back to logic. And then Kirk's like, no, wait.
Well, because Spock is all he cares about is, the captain. So as soon as he's in danger, he's like, kill it.
Well, you can be hurt, can't you?
Oh, is that from when he got hit last time?
Yes.
You're right, I think.
All over the place.
You're aware of the Vulcan technique of the joining of two minds.
He's going to mind meld it. All that thing do is just quickly flash up and he's burned.
Yeah, I know. Imagine, like... Oh! I was gonna say, imagine bonding your mind with this creature.
Pain!
Oh, God.
Existence is pain. What?
Oh, my God.
No kill eye.
Get the fuck out of here.
It gained an immediate knowledge of us from its empathy with me.
Ah.
It calls itself a Horta.
Dr. McCoy, this is Captain Kirk.
Yes, Captain.
Grab your medical kit and come down here on the double. I've got a patient for you.
So that confirms, obviously, that Bones is up on the Enterprise. I mean, think about what went into even just making this costume. It's like breathing and...
A lot of moving parts there, yeah.
What in the name of...
Great reaction.
What the fuck have I missed?
The thing is virtually made out of stone.
Help it. Treat it.
I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer.
Cry for the children. Sorrow for the murdered children. The thing you search for is there. Go. Go. For the end of things. Go. There is a passageway. Quickly.
Really had to stretch it out there, huh?
That's pretty long.
It's like, all right, we get it. Go through the tunnel. Good performance by Leonard Nimoy, but I was like, come on.
Whenever he gets to stretch his acting chops beyond his usual character, yeah, I'm sure he likes that.
So much for being the last of its kind.
That's right, Lieutenant. Just beam it down to me immediately, and never mind what I want it for. I just want it.
Jeez, who's he yelling at?
What are they gonna send down?
Their operations destroyed thousands.
And that's why the monster was killing him.
They're coming.
Oh, what the? What was that?
That thing has killed 50 of my men.
You've killed thousands of her children.
What?
Every 50,000 years, the entire race dies, all but one. This creature here is the mother of her race.
Seems to me that we could make an agreement.
Work together, yay!
They tunnel,
You collect and process. And your process operation would be 1,000 times more profitable.
Okay, so there's absolutely money in the future. Like, people have commented that on a lot of our episodes that there's no money. They're literally talking about profit.
It won't die. By golly, Jim, I'm beginning to think I can cure a rainy day. Well, I had the ship beam down 100 pounds of that thermal concrete, you know, the kind we use to build emergency shelters out of, and it'll act like a bandage until it heals.
There we go, Bones. Finally, we're on the Enterprise.
Yes, Chief. Kirk here.
Just wanted to tell you the eggs have started to hatch, Captain.
Are Scotty and the red shirts still knocked down on the planet down there? Did they ever wake up? When they were knocked out by the jumpsuits?
Yeah, that would have been an awkward exchange when they had to admit to doing that.
Well, you people are going to be embarrassingly rich.
You know, the Horta aren't so bad once you get used to their appearance.
What Chief Vanderberg said about the Horta is exactly what the Mother Horta said to me. She found humanoid appearance revolting, but she thought she could get used to it.
Tell me, did you happen to make any comment about those ears?
She found them the most attractive human characteristic of all.
I suspect you're becoming more and more human all the time.
Captain, I see no reason to stand here and be insulted.
Ahead, warp factor 2.
I live for those end of the show moments between the big three. I love them so much. They just it's like the nice ending to a sitcom. Despite all the great life lessons and everything we learn, I just like that little banter between those three, between, just picking on Spock and Spock giving it right back to him. Okay, you go first.
Yeah, so first of all, really like it. It was a very different episode. The opening was just like a straight horror cold opening that didn't even have any of the main characters. The whole episode was much different than anything we've seen, and the ending, I really liked how it ended up concluding, and the explanation of why the creature was doing this and how they resolved it. Now, I know this would never happen in a Star Trek episode, but if this was a little bit of a darker show, would have been awesome if they set up this whole agreement. They go back up to the Enterprise, and then the guy calls from the planet, and then the monsters are actually eating, killing all the humans still, not going on the plan. But that's for a different type of show, not for Star Trek. I don't know why that just popped in my mind. Like, that'd be a great twist ending. But as far as the episode, I don't think I connected to it as much as some of my favorites. I enjoyed the story for what it was, and I'll talk more in detail about some of the things after you go, but not one of my favorites, but I definitely liked it, and I thought it was, a completely solid episode.
Yeah, for me, it falls under that classic Star Trek type persona or rumor or ideal that people think of Star Trek of, where it's like there's we're set up with this problem, it turns out to be a misunderstanding, there's a resolution because it's the future, and we work together. That's exactly what that episode was. And I thought it worked pretty well. The whole horror aspect was great. The creature was kind of goofy. Looked kind of goofy. You can tell it's just some guy on all fours in a rubber suit, just, pushing stuff around. But they did a good job of, having a lot of moving pieces there. Spock got to stretch his acting legs, connecting with this creature. And, I feel like there's been plenty of that so far where it's like just a big, misunderstanding. We got to come together and there's a mutual benefactor here. They survive off the mining and, building the tunnels, and we get the minerals. It's like, oh, yay, we're all good. So it wasn't that deep per se, but there's something to be learned from it in terms of humanity and other things we might come across, how we can, rather than just kill it. Because at first, Spock didn't want to kill it, and then he wanted to kill it, and then maybe just to make Kirk look more like the hero in that sense. But I don't know. Everyone got their moments in this episode. McCoy was able to be a doctor and something he's not familiar with. Kirk figuring out. Spock doing his mind meld thing. Solid. This is a solid entry.
I really liked seeing the character moments where, Spock wants to preserve the creature at first because he thinks it's the last one. Kirk's like, I'm going to do whatever it takes to protect these people. I'm going to kill it. And then once Spock thinks that Kirk isn't any type of danger, he's immediately like, kill it. Immediately is like, the captain's life is more important than whatever the case is with this creature. So I really like to see that. And then also Bones at the end there, that was hilarious and awesome seeing him come down and heal the creature after at first being like, I'm a doctor, I'm not a bricklayer. That was an awesome quote. And then he ends up figuring out how to save its life. That was great. And I also wanted to comment on the actual appearance of the creature. At first, I didn't think they were going to show it at all outside of those little glimpses we were getting, and I thought that'd be the right choice. And then when they actually showed it, I was like, oh no. I was like, this is not it. They should not have shown the creature because it looks so ridiculous. But the fact that they actually like committed and showed so much of it, and the creature actually became its own character in the episode, it kind of went so far past the initial ridiculousness that it ends up becoming good. You know what I mean? Like the campiness, the cheesiness, they actually bought into it. So it wasn't like they showed it once and then never showed it again. Because they committed to it so much, I was able to actually buy into it. And I liked that they showed it as much as they did.
I think they made a solid choice, and once they showed the full thing, they kept it pretty limited at that point. They didn't have it do too much besides going, back and forth, up and down. I thought it was a bit ridiculous when it typed out like "no kill eye" or whatever. It's like, oh, like what the fuck? And it's like, oh, because he mind melded with Spock. I'm like, okay, I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one.
But yeah, like you said, I don't think the story is like too deep. There's a nice, environmental message. Like even in space, in the future, humans are still finding a way to mess up the ecosystem that they're, drilling or whatever they're doing. And there's a nice story about working together with, nature and other creatures. But beyond that, it's not, a huge, a deep theme that I connected with or anything. So that's just probably why it's not one of my favorites. But I wouldn't say there's really anything wrong with the episode. It was also very weird seeing basically no Enterprise in the cold open throughout the episode. They beam right down. Only at the very end we see it. That was very odd to me. I thought we weren't going to see it at all. Like for some reason they couldn't shoot on the Enterprise that week or something. I found that very interesting.
I don't think we saw we didn't see Sulu, but I don't think we saw Uhura either.
Nope, that's rare. Yeah.
No regulars on the deck in front of Kirk. Yeah, very odd episode, but enjoyable. It wasn't like ugh, I was interested. The direction, music, choices, and everything else, kept you hooked in, but it wasn't too deep as some other ones where I'm like, oh, where you just rethink your whole life basically. It was just a good lesson, if a kid watched this, he'd be like, oh, okay, that's a good lesson. And even as an adult, I'm like, that's a good lesson. So
yeah, absolutely.
Bravo.
Well, that's going to be your thoughts on the episode. Comment down below. I know this episode was some people's one of their favorites, so comment down below what you agree, disagree with what we said, or if there's anything we missed or didn't bring up. Comment that down below as well. In addition to this, we're also watching Season 3 of HBO's Barry, and once we finish that, there will be a bunch of new stuff that we have working on here coming to the channel that we'll be talking about soon. And of course, when we hit that 2,000 subscriber mark, we'll be doing that subscriber special movie reaction for you guys. So make sure to like the video, spread this out to other Star Trek fans, and subscribe if you haven't already. Become part of the target audience.
Absolutely. Your improvisation is great, Josh. Is that what Scotty said? Improvisation?
His brilliant improvisation?
Yeah, brilliant improvisation. That was great. But that'll do it here for the target audience. I'm Alex. This is Josh. We are the target audience where content is made for absolutely everybody, but we think it's specifically made for us and hopefully for you as well. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.